Let that chicken live.
You know what she did?
Ah! What the hell? These people are going all different places around the world and they can't find any damn common sense. They left it at home, they can't find it there. What the hell is going on? They're all in La La Land, and that becomes more and more clear with every passing day. Renee and Chey, well, he's blind, she wants to believe in aliens and doesn't want to believe in his religion, and by the way, she's in love with chickens, so that gets interesting. Lauren is just a liar and is trying to just stay in the Philippines? That should be interesting. Brian is trying to completely immerse Ingrid in his whole handicap situation, which I get you're trying to be honest, but maybe lighten it up a little bit, buddy. Tigerlilly and Adanon, well, she decided to rush to the marriage, and now he's like, okay, we are good. I got to sleep with you, and now more wives. Well, he didn't actually say that, but it's coming. It's coming. And the new couple, Sunny and Veah, well, let's just say they're not being upfront about appearances. Either way, the fun and interesting days continue and the train wreck rolls on. But first, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. Let's get right into it with the insanity that is Renee and Chey.
With many girls since he's lost his sight, so I'm assuming he might be a little intimidated by my touch and my wanting to grab him. I mean, I am a lot of woman. Maybe I'm just too much to handle.
All right, insane Shelley Duvall. Good Lord. This lady, I don't know what her deal is. I'm pretty sure she thinks very highly of herself. Now, maybe it's a coping mechanism. It is very possible. But she sure as hell lives in her own little world, her own little La La Land, and isn't even trying to think about anyone else. Certainly not Chey. Now, there were some points where he could have done things better, and I will point them out. But right now, she's the one that looks like an insane person. Case in point.
Hey. Hi, Angel.
Still 5,000. 5,000.
What are you trying to buy for? Hey, what are you trying to get for? If you're gonna off it, just leave it. I'd rather starve.
Look at this lady is in someone else's country, and yes, people eat chickens, and oh, by the way, they were once alive. Wait till you hear the insanity that she copes with on this one. But either way, if you want to just leave it there, I'll starve. Okay, let her starve. You have some weird relationship with your chickens, and it is not going to translate well over to this country. Good luck with that.
If Victoria knows, my chickens are like family members to me.
Don't care.
What kind of person would just kill somebody's family right in front of them?
She's insane. She's a crazy person. She's crazy. She is insane, and she doesn't even know what the hell is going on. She doesn't even want to... I mean, just look at this. Hold on. Look, hold on. Look at that face. Look at that face. I mean, and you don't even have to see the eyes. Look at just the grimace. It's insane. This lady has, and this is all because of the chickens. How are you going to kill someone's family member? Those aren't even your chickens. Your chickens are at home. She didn't go up in your country and grab a chicken and slaughter it. This is just some random street chicken. I like chicken. I'll eat her chicken.
That someone that eats chicken could get so mad about a chicken being killed.
Let that chicken live.
You know what she did?
Ah! What the hell? She's bad. Think Exorcist, as case in point. This lady is crazy. She is certified insane asylum. Let that chicken live. No. She should promptly say, no, and get the hell out of my country. That would be a proper response right now. Chey, I am putting my foot down as your sister. Bad idea. I know you're blind, so let me just tell you, not a good match. Get her out of my house. I mean, this lady is crazy. Now, like I said, there are some damn things that Chey could have done differently. I get it. He maybe was a little misleading when it came to the sexual stuff. But as far as this stuff goes, you are showing your hand early. Red flags are flying. Get out. There is so many nicer girls I'm sure you can find rather than this batch crazy one. Good Lord.
5.5 years, and since the beginning of our relationship, Chey and I used to talk about everything regarding sex. Now all of a sudden you're telling me your little celibacy story?
Okay, so listen. Now that right there, if that's true, and they've been talking about sex all throughout, and he misled her and didn't tell her that he was planning on waiting till they got married, then that's wrong. He should have been upfront and honest about it until she flew all the way around the world thinking something was going to happen. Now, should that be the end-all be-all? No, of course not. And should, she just be like, I wouldn't have come, which she does say? No, probably not. But if you're leading on this and honesty is not a part of your relationship, it's not going to last. So he was wrong here. Even though she is crazy, he was wrong here, and he should have been upfront and honest about it.
I don't see sex before marriage going against God. I see that more of like a system thing, like a government thing. Like that has
What? What did she say?
thing. Like that has nothing to do with God. God can easily put two beings together and they're in love, and he's not like, hey, you got to go down there and pay first and go have that wedding first.
Okay, so listen, I know she's not religious, and look, I am not the best religious scholar, that is for sure. But she is 100% wrong. So the fact is when you're talking about sex before marriage, it is a sin in the Bible. So if you follow it, then you know it's a sin. Now, there's a lot of sins. Everyone sins all the time. So no one is without sin. That is the biblical perspective. So in a sense, it's like, yes, if you're trying to live a biblical life, you try to do all the things you can to follow it. But not everyone does. Okay, fine. You have your own belief system. Nothing wrong with that. But then she starts to talk about, well, it's a government thing. I'm like, it wasn't always a government thing. What are you talking about? The government got involved simply so you could have that paperwork and they could control people and have a system that doesn't need to be had. When people should be able to get married just because they want to get married, if that's what they choose to do, and they can go through the church and do it that way. But the government system is just a form of control. So no, that is not government is not a system in the sense of them coming in and saying the government chooses your marriage and then you can have sex when you get married. What the hell is she comparing those two to? Two completely separate things. And that's fine if she doesn't have those same beliefs, but damn, she didn't even know what she's talking about when she's saying it out of her mouth. Either way, this will continue to be an interesting one. They're going to have to get on the same page somehow. Chidi's going to continue to be a religious person. She is going to continue to not be a religious person. There are plenty of relationships that have lasted with one not being religious and the other. It can happen, but y'all have to get on the same page of however you want to handle it, and especially when you talk about children, if that's in the future. Now for her, she's a little bit older. I don't know if she's planning on it, but there are a lot of things you do need to discuss, and if you can't get on the same page with certain things, it is never going to work. Now Lauren and Faith are another interesting, fun one, considering the fact that he is trying to go over there and be with Faith and not leave the Philippines because, oh, by the way, back in the United States, he's homeless and broke, and he comes with a few dollars and thinks he's going to make it work somehow because he's a stupid person. But fun nonetheless.
I'm super nervous right now because even though I am 30 years old, this is my first real date with a man
Because why?
that I have feelings for.
Because why? Now, Faith goes on to say at some point that, oh, by the way, Faith was just sleeping with people before. So there is a problem with having relationships where it's just like, oh, we're just going to have sex and sleep around. And then, oh, by the way, how do you think this is going to play out in the future when you finally get some sort of relationship? You think you're going to have a way of choosing properly and have a good person by your side? Probably not, considering you've only had one night stands. And case in point, Lauren walks through, who is lying through his teeth, trying to stay in the Philippines, not having a plan. Good luck with that.
So I really hope Faith warms up to me soon, because we have to get to know each other physically, romantically, emotionally, all of it.
Because why? He's already said that he wants an open relationship and he's going to continue to sleep with whoever the hell he wants to because he's a man whore. But yet he's got to get to know Faith in that way. All right, dude, this is nothing more than a crazy disaster of a crazy person that came a crazy amount of time across the ocean to the Philippines to be with a person because they wanted a place to stay, I guess? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and it is not going to end well. He might end up stranded in the Philippines with his $40 he has in his wallet, so that should be fun. Tigerlilly and Adanon have an interesting road ahead of them considering they're trying to rush to marriage simply so they can sleep together. At least that's his perspective. I don't know if she's just a hopeless romantic or what's going on with that. Either way, good luck. You have all this money. You're going to bring him to the United States. He's going to want you to completely cover up from head to toe. Mark my words. And he's going to want other wives. It's just a matter of time.
Holy book from Allah.
From
The holy book from Allah.
From Allah?
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu alayhi.
Oh God, she has no. So she's coming in there. She goes on to say he's been okay with her not converting. I'm like, but you're getting married in a Muslim ceremony, not knowing what the hell you're saying. This could not possibly end good.
I don't know anything about the Muslim marriage contract.
What on earth is she doing? You fully admit that you know nothing about a Muslim marriage contract, and yet here you are, not knowing the language, saying the words, and signing your life away. Run. 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 Or just get out. Get out now. Y'all haven't even started the visa process. Get out.
I want you now. I can't wait. But when we get back...
When we get back to the hotel...
When we get back to hotel, we will be together like one in a private.
Because that's all he ever wanted to begin with, was to have sex with you. And then you're just going to be at the mercy of whatever his religion is. He's already shown you his hand by talking about the covering up stuff. I mean, it's not even so much as, just be a little more modest. It's, she's asked about the head to toe thing, and he hesitated, but was like, yeah, you don't need to do that. Clearly, he would be fine with that, and that might be what is coming next.
It's not okay. It's not acceptable.
This is not good.
I don't want any man to touch my wife.
What is this?
She brought her hairdresser, who is a man. How is that going to end well? He's already showing his hand. It's like, no man can be near you wherever, no matter what. So it's like, you go into a salon and you can't have a dude do your hair? I mean, you can have a lot of women who do hair in salons, but there's some men too. So what then? And how's she going to break this to her friend when eventually it gets to the point where he's like, oh, you can't hang out with your friend anymore? Seems like she's going to be pretty isolated, which is what happened in her marriage. Clearly she doesn't connect the two.
For nothing. The man is not touching me. He's touching my hair. And my hair's not really mine anyway.
Oh my gosh. So... Lady, you're not making it seem like better for yourself. Either way, he is mean mugging over there while the guy is doing your hair and gave you a time limit. And all you could say is, it's not even my hair anyway. She's making a joke until she's locked in a closet somewhere and she comes out when he says she can come out. Said, Adanon says you can come out now. It is okay. Okay, 5 minutes, you go back. I mean, like, what does she think is going to end? Does she not think this is some sort of slippery slope? I mean, she did absolutely no research on the Muslim religion. And depending on whatever Muslim you're with, yes, things can be different. Clearly, he has shown his hand that he wants a more strict form of religion in the house.
And look like I was enjoying it.
Baby.
Food feast. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Not with the hands, man. Not with the hands.
You can.
No, come on, man. Okay, this is what they're talking about. They went to a big feast, banquet, whatever, and they're just balling up rice with their hands and feeding them with their hands. I mean, look, different cultures, man. Not in this house. Hell no. And not only that, but they talk to his brother after the fact, and he starts to ask, where y'all gonna go? And she starts to talk about the United States, and he seems like, oh, don't take him there. Like, he's very hesitant. So they clearly are not even on the same page about where they're going to live. And she just married this guy. This has got a crash and burn written all over it. You tell me, are there any couples that you think will not crash and burn here? Because I venture to say no. Now, Brian and Ingrid have many hurdles to get over, no pun intended, because he is paralyzed, quadriplegic, and she's known this, but she doesn't really know the exact nature of it. Well, he decides that maybe it's time he lets her in on everything, and it is uncomfortable.
The hand controls fit any car, but with my hand dexterity, there's no even getting in there, getting down to do it myself.
How?
So
the question is he brought hand controls to be able to drive the car. Well, maybe she didn't have a car when she went there. Obviously, if she's riding with him, maybe, I don't know, she took a bus or something. So maybe she didn't have a car. Why not just let her drive? Maybe she didn't have a license. I don't know. But instead, you're having her put on the hand controls so you can drive. And oh, by the way, if you've traveled all over, have you never had a situation where you've had to put them on? I mean, clearly you must have figured it out. So this is interesting what he's doing. And he even mentions later he's trying to see a little bit of how she reacts. Come with me. She's making him go, or he's making her go.
I undress myself. I can take care of myself pretty much. But sometimes if I do meet somebody, maybe I'll throw them a little test sometimes and have them help me out. And
listen. In every relationship, you don't hit everything at once. I mean, you don't have to mislead. If people ask things, be honest about it. But he is talking about, come in here. I'm going to get naked right here. Roll in here. Bring in that chair so I can show you how everything works while I start with bathing. Okay, well, you're naked. Fine. I guess you were going to be planning on getting naked anyway. But it gets a little more uncomfortable when you start showing some other things. So he decides, now, because he's a quadriplegic, he has to use a catheter. He decides to show her exactly what that entails. Remember, you just met the girl, and yet this is how you're going to greet her with pictures of the package of how it works.
Eu sei que isso faz parte, né, da vida dele, né? E, só que eu acho um pouco estranho, né? No primeiro dia, algumas horas depois, né, depois do encontro.
And he's showing her that it's basically a condom. You slide on your junk, and it's a catheter, and so you can pee and everything. But you're showing her the pictures of how it works. Dude, come on. I mean, you can save something for day 2. I mean, this would be just uncomfortable. And he admits that he's given a test. Now, listen, I understand. You know, devil's advocate on the other side, he's like, probably, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to play around. I want to just hit it all at once. Or maybe he's just odd. That could possibly be. We will see as the season goes on.
Usually women are okay with the chair.
Okay.
But all the other stuff that comes with it can be a little heavy for them.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a little uncomfortable for Ingrid.
And why would you think that?
I'm worried that I did expose too much too soon.
You straight up said you're trying to give people a test, and now you're worried because she's clearly completely turned off with her back to you that maybe you exposed too much as you put in your catheter. I mean, my man, you have to understand that you were just hitting her all at once. She's probably overwhelmed. Of course, a lot of people are probably okay with the chair, but they don't understand everything that comes with it. So they got to understand things are different, but maybe not hit them all at once unless you're just ready for everyone to walk away and not really even bother to get to know what goes into it because they're so overwhelmed after meeting for the first time. Little intense, my friend, little intense. We'll see. We'll see if she hangs in there. I do not have high hopes. Now let me introduce you to Sunny and Veah. Fun couple, only she seems to favor the filters. But new couple nonetheless. Let's see if they will work out.
Cute eyes, and I couldn't believe that's the real. She's too cute, and she was into me. Like, I thought it was too good to be true.
Filter.
Scam.
Yeah, because she's got filters up the wazoo. Now, I know that's standard practice with all the crazy things they got going on with the Instagrams and the Snapchats and all that. I know, I'm an old man. But it is insane that you are just, this picture of this person is not the person that we will see in just a minute. I mean, it is the person, but the filters are so crazy that it's a completely different person that is created. So, let's move on and see how this goes.
They have different outlets, like the plugs are different. Yeah, let me just go grab it and show you.
Okay, for one, that is not the same person in the pictures. Completely different, filtered all to hell. And she doesn't even seem to understand that when you go to a different country, you have to have like a power converter in a lot of cases because things are different there. And yet, she's about to fly over to meet this guy for the first time. It's like they have no plan. This is just a complete impulse control problem. When you're talking about 90 Day Fiance, 9 times out of 10, it is a serious impulse control problem because they jump on whatever it is, it never works out. And then on top of that, add insanity because they continue to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results with different people. So, a psychological study maybe? I can get down with that.
I ended up inviting Rory.
Who is Rory?
Your ex?
Oh my God.
I mean, wouldn't it be my first choice to bring your ex?
That is the nicest way
Rory
of
is my
saying it.
ex-boyfriend. We were together for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
We broke up just because we wanted different things in life.
Sure, you broke up because you just wanted different things in life. I'm sure there's more to the story. Either way, you were talking about bringing your ex-boyfriend to meet your current boyfriend who might propose to you. And for what, protection? I mean, if you're that worried about it, maybe don't go. Like, common sense? Think about it.
And my ex to South Africa, I mean, it could up my whole relationship.
No, you think?
But
With my anxiety being so bad, there's no way I can travel to South Africa without Rory.
You are crazy too. What is it with this epidemic of anxiety and claiming, with my anxiety so bad, it's not so bad that you're flying halfway around the world to meet a person that you've never met before? But yet, your anxiety so bad, you're bringing your ex-boyfriend because that will probably help your relationship. These people are psychotic. Psychotic. They got problems. I don't know what they're searching for, but I would venture to say there's a good chance that there might be some actual psychological trauma in a lot of their histories to make them make such bad impulse control riddled decisions. Now, the people over in the other countries, sometimes it's just because they want citizenship. Sometimes it's because whatever reason. Sometimes it's for love, sure. But when the people come from the United States and do this, it is a mental health problem, it would seem. And I'm not saying because they have anxiety. I'm saying because they got something seriously wrong with them, or they've been coddled their whole life and told, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And now they just think everything's going to be okay instead of real life and making actual, good, sound, thought out decisions. It doesn't happen very much. It doesn't happen in the show at all, I would say. Very few make it. But like I said, entertainment value is still there, so I'm here for it. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Thank you for all the support, and I will see y'all next time.